Okay, welcome back to another episode of Aspera. Whatever. Anyways, the last episode we managed to get a couple of things connected. We have the hyperloops all over the place. We're going to continue with that. So let's connect up this hyperloop here as well, so we can get that connection done. We're looking into getting this hyperloop finished. It's pretty close. It only needs one more electronics and 2 more polymers, but it's going to be competing with the maintenance facility and of course with this side of the colony. So that's fine. We'll get that fixed pretty soon. We have of course the hyperloop over here that we want to get constructed, and we have another additional colony here where we want to have a hyperloop as well. So let's go ahead and build a hyperloop over here. Should work right there. Perfect stuff. The maintenance facility is just exactly in the right position to cover all these buildings, so it's great. Let's also put down a silicon mine right there. Alright, excellent. And as soon as the hyperloop is built, we will connect it up with our colony over here. Now I don't think it's going to reach. I think we'll get up to maybe around here and then we'll hook off. So we'll have to try and see if we can't. Maybe we should move a little bit closer. Right, we also need a maintenance facility over here. Let's see if we can get all these buildings covered. I need to get that solar power panel power plant covered as well. So I guess right there's a perfect situation. Perfect location. Perfect. Alright. Let's just leave this base to be built. We have a maintenance facility over here that needs some more materials. It's all gonna come. It's gonna come eventually. It'll be fine. So we have a research outpost over there doing okay. Let's leave that alone. And let's go check over here. We also have some hyperloops over here that are... over here. This hyperloop over here needs priority. I want that built. That way we can get this connection here and there to the middle, the center of this little bit of the colony connection setup. How is this over here? This is already constructed, and we should have a hyperloop over here. Perfect. So connect these two up. Excellent. That way we can get this hyperloop connection built. We don't need all this priority over here. Let's remove the priority on this thing. Water extractor, don't need priority on that. Food extractor, leave it there, fine. Carbon mine, also fine. This way, we can start moving the stuff, materials and so on, to our hyperloop over here. Get this hyperloop finished as soon as possible. And this hyperloop here will get priority over everything else. And they're already moving the steel. Excellent stuff. Well, we have quite a bit of stuff, and these hyperloops are gonna help us distribute all this material, particularly from our colony over here. Now we have a couple of things that we want to build over here. That's the biodome, the carbon mine, and basically the silicon mine. But we have a lot of material here. So 3,000 of this, 500. Okay, aluminium not so much, but water is also a bit of a premium. But here we have mostly just a lot of steel, carbon, and silicon at our disposal, and also uranium, which is what we want to get. So chemicals also quite heavily present. So there was quite a very big colony here that we're going to be rebuilding in our own image. The colony, this side of the colony already has a hyperloop, and it's distributing everything that it gets out of here directly back into the great, the central mass of the colony, basically. So all good. So how's this going? This is going quite well. We just need the electronics and the steel. It's coming. Steel's coming. Electronics will not take much longer. Look, it's already moving. Electronics everywhere. So we have this base over here. This thing needs electronics and 2 more polymers. So it's going to take a while to get that, I guess. Steel is getting delivered. We have 2 workers here. I would like to have another worker, so let's go ahead and put down some more worker hubs. One over here. And we're going to put one over here as well. Excellent. We'll get that built. We'll build some more workers here. And get the stuff moving a little bit more efficiently. Why do you have a power problem? Glass kiln. Let's put another solar farm over here. I think we're gonna need that because we're gonna be able to build 1, 2, 3 extra additional buildings that are gonna be taking a bunch of megawatts. So it's probably a good idea to increase the amount of power that we have there. This is going okay. Build here. This thing is already ready to go and get constructed. Trouble is, why isn't nobody... So are you coming? I need this building built. So he's coming here. See, yes, there we go. Excellent. We'll get this built, and this maintenance facility should start maintaining all these buildings here. Perfect stuff. Nothing will explode. Hopefully. Now, I haven't heard anything else from the Carmine faction. The last episode we were talking to our little crazy sister in our heads about how the resource base over here was abandoned by ISA. The people that were working here, living here, the colonists and so on, were also abandoned by ISA, and then they basically were left to fend for themselves. They survived and thrived on this colony base, got the shit together and managed to actually survive up till now, and are well, in and among my colonists and are sabotaging the structures. Well, not all the time, just sometimes. I'm not exactly sure how they do it, because my guess is that if they've been outside on the surface of Mars for such a long time, surviving somehow, then they must have some form of, I don't know, some kind of a base structure, somewhere they actually live. I haven't found that yet. I don't know where the people of the children of Carmine live or function or whatever they do. Maybe they're robots. I don't know. Hyperloop is almost done. Perfect. This Hyperloop here is going to connect us to the base, the main base. It's already finished. And let us connect up basically this Hyperloop over to here and then to this base here. The reason why I want that is because this base does have a couple of resources that we want, and we want to distribute those resources and simply just grow. I want to get a planet-wide colony. That'd be cool, right? How's this going? We need one more electronics. And I think it's on its way. It's right there. Right, the Hyperloop over here is done. Excellent stuff. Everything is being moved here. Perfect. Can we get one more electronics, please? I don't know where the electronics are. I don't know where it should be delivered. Or it should be on its way. So I hope. I mean, they're my little bots are delivering a lot of stuff. Well, here it goes. Here it goes. So here we go. This is the Hyperloop that we need for this side of the colony, and it's going to connect basically everything and hook it up to the main hub. There we go. Perfect stuff. So, let's connect this Hyperloop, and let's go and connect it to this Hyperloop, and let's also connect this Hyperloop to this Hyperloop. Where is it? There it is. And get that built. So we'll have a kind of a corner system. Can we get this Hyperloop connected to over here? Is that a possibility? I don't think it is. No, it's too far away. Never mind then. This will have to do for now. But I do want to have a Hyperloop over here, because we are going to be expanding in this area here a bit more. There's a lot of resources here that we want, So I'm going to try and expand this site a little bit so we can encompass all these resources, particularly the water. Where's the water? Here, this water. Now I know this is going to be flooded, so it's kind of a risky thing, but that's why we have the hyperloop, so we can build fast and we can deconstruct fast if necessary. So let's leave that hyperloop to continue to grow and to build. It shouldn't take that long. It's going to take, yeah, this is, it's already getting all the resources it needs. It's 11 and 5 steel, the 12, perfect stuff. How is our, okay, we have a space elevator. It needs 10 more carbon, and we are still 7 more launches away from having a completed tether. That's a pretty long time, I guess. So how's this going? We still haven't gotten this? Come on. It's built the archaeological scanner, but it hasn't built our little hyperloop yet. It's a bit strange. We need 2 more polymers. Can we get these polymers delivered, please? Be nice. Worker hub, water extractor. This thing needs 1 polymer. We have, what do we have here? We have 1 polymer, steel, iron, silicon, carbon, chemicals. We basically have everything we need to make polymers and get these buildings up and running, but they're all right there. I'm guessing my little worker here, because he's all alone, he isn't really coping very well. Water extractor is ready to go, but he doesn't have the time to build it. I guess he's going to build the worker hub instead. Okay. Although we don't have any workers to build yet. Houses over here. The hyperloop over here is, it just requires steel and polymers, that's all. How is the colony? Well, not the colony, the research outpost. Okay, we need steel and glass. So as soon as this hyperloop is done, this will go faster as well. Hyperloop over here should be completed. Oh, almost. This needs electronics. So I think that the solar farm is definitely more important. So let's put that in priority. I need that electronics that's being built here shipped over to there. Now we have 2 silicon mines, which is excellent. That means we can definitely start progressing here. So we have 1, 2, 3. Three. Worker hubs. How many are we building? Yeah, we're building another additional worker. Excellent. So we'll have that constructed in no time. Why are you stealing my? Okay, it's moving electronics from the hyperloop and bringing it to the the worker factory. Ah, nasty. Got some more power. Perfect. Get some additional parts. Nice. Alright, that bit of the hyperloop is completed. Perfect. And this shouldn't take too long either. We already have 12 steel. So which side is it going to start building it from? I'm kind of curious. Oh, from that side. Alright, cool. It's coming through. Now I found some research about about building colonies on Mars, and they were always thinking about, most of the colonists and so on, most of these research outposts and stuff that they're thinking about building on Mars are going to be underground research outposts or colony bases, because the regolith or the stone or the rock, whatever, is an excellent shield for radiation. And also, if you have a meteorite, micrometeorite, any kind of dust particle, anything that at any kind of speed, because it doesn't have much of an atmosphere, it will impact the ground at a higher velocity, and it will actually impact the ground of Mars more readily, meaning that if you have a building above ground, chances of it getting damaged from a micrometeorite or something is higher than here on Earth. Those micrometeorites here on Earth would just burn in the atmosphere and destroy themselves before they can do any damage. So how is everything over here? We have a bunch of buildings that need to be repaired. It's not that significant. They're still yellow. They're still yellow. We still have some time. I would like to have this building finished though. It's kind of a bit ridiculous that everything else is finished except for the maintenance facility, and it only takes one more polymer. There's a polymer right there. Oh, there's one right there. Why is it only going... Okay, all these things are reserved for all these other buildings for some reason. This thing takes one more electronics and 2 more polymers. Can we... Do we have an electronics factory over here? Glass kiln, polymer factory, electronics factory. There we are. So it's building electronics, but they don't get delivered to where we want them to go, I guess. But this isn't getting this stuff either. So well, I hope they're gonna build that eventually, right? Alright, we have the hyperloop is done. So now we can build a hyperloop over here. So it's gonna take a little bit. Okay, there you go. Basically, that's the extent of the hyperloop. It's as far as we can go with the hyperloop. But then once we have that, we will have a network of hyperloops that almost span the entire planet. So we just need to get another base over here, another base over there. So 2 more bases, and then we should have a chain all the way around the planet. Perfect stuff. So we need to get this maintenance facility built though. Maybe we should undo the priority and put the priority back on again and get that. Where are you going with that? It's chemicals, I guess. Why are you delivering chemicals there? And alright, the electronics will be nice to have. Where did it go? Why is there 2 electronic pieces in storage here? Let's redo that priority. See what happens. I'm guessing that the worker drone over here is overworked. It's sitting at 100%. It's a bit much. So why is it bringing chemicals over there? So what has it got? What has it got? It's got... What was that? Carbon. It's aluminium. Can we get this delivered, please? That'd be nice. It's just simply bypassing everything. This not delivering. Because we have 5 polymers right here. I need 1 over here and 2 over there. Please, come on. No? Okay. Let's put this in priority. See if he wants to distribute that. Get rid of that stuff, you know? I want that moved. We have a ton of polymers here as well. Right? We have 34 polymers in storage. 34! Why isn't it being moved? 1 more steel, 3 more polymers. Oh, sorry, 3 more steel, 3 more polymers, and 2 more parts. What is going on? Why? It's a little bit ridiculous. He just doesn't want to. Where are you going? What do you have? That was silicon. Okay. A little bit strange that you're moving silicon over to here. But alright. I guess the game... I think that the game is trying to get stuff... It's a bit confusing. It can't get to this area. And I don't think it can get to this area over here either. Because it doesn't... I don't think the hyperloop. So what does the hyperloop say? It allows transfer between distant points of cargo and workers. So supposedly workers can also travel via the hyperloop. I don't know. I haven't seen any workers travel by hyperloop though. I mean, it's perfectly possible that it is. I just haven't seen it yet. Alright, so the chemical plant over here is in dire need of some repairs. Why aren't you getting the... It needs electronics, of course. Let's put that on priority. Let's reduce the priority on this thing. It's already building the last worker that we can build anyway, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 3 workers. Well, I saw 3 workers. Now I only see 2. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Oh, now I see 3. There we go. 3 workers. Perfect stuff. So let's see. We need this puppy up and running, and we need... I guess it's also kind of important. Oh, here comes the solar farm. Finally, that took a long time. This only takes 2 more steel and 3 more polymers. Should be faster than what we are dealing with over here for some reason. I'm not quite sure what's going on. At least we're getting repairs. It's nice. Let's reduce the priority here. You don't need that many more polymers over this side. And we got 2 workers here? What? How did that happen? It's because the worker hub's there, right? Must be the worker hub over here, worker factory over here must have built that worker and then sent it over to this side. It's the only thing I can think of. Okay, making some more polymers. Can we get those moved, please? Chemicals are going directly to the polymer factory, I guess. We don't have a food factory, so there's no need for the chemicals to go to the food factory. But the polymer factory should get this done. So there we go. Lots and lots of chemicals. Excellent. Got lots and lots of polymers. And we can definitely finish the hyperloop. These guys are making me crazy. I want the hyperloop completed. Come on. Bloody hell. So how is this going over here? We need 2 more parts, 3 more polymers, 2 more steel. Oh, we got the iron mine is out of power now for some reason. Why is that? Why would that be? Let's see, how much power do we have here? This is... it doesn't say. It doesn't want to say. It says it's it's out of bounds. Is that why? Yep, definitely. Build a solar power plant there. That way we can power the water extractor here as well later. And alright, 1 more part. So it's going okay now. It's going a bit faster than before. Aluminium is being moved. Okay. Come on, somebody deliver some electronics to this thing, please. We have 3 right there. There's nothing else of priority except for the water extractor. It doesn't require any electronics. Why doesn't it see the priority? It's like it doesn't want to see it. It's moving the carbon. It's only moving carbon. Let's remove the priority on that thing. Let's just get this side of the colony, this side of this base to decide what it wants to move by itself. Okay, it has to repair the silicon mine. I guess that's what it has to do. What are you doing? Are you coming for the iron ore? Alright. Okay. It just takes a little bit, guys. Come on. Everything here is also built. Nice. Look at the biodome is built. And this, the algae is already spreading. Perfect stuff. So we have an additional biodome over here. Ready to go. A biodome over here. Pumping out oxygen. Nice. We have a biodome over there. That's going pretty well, actually. I like that. The hyperloop over here only needs electronics. And then we can hook this up. And then be done with this area as well. Parts factory, we don't need priority there anymore. Foods factory, we'll leave that on priority. Food factory over there, also leave it on priority, it's fine. Hyperloop doesn't require priority anymore. I'm looking. Okay, the hyperloop over here doesn't require priority anymore. What? There's two hyperloops over here? No, it's a scanning. Never mind. Scanner. I thought it was a two hyperloop thingy. The spaceport over here needs... I guess we could work on an additional base. You know what? We're just gonna leave it as is for now. We're not gonna build an additional base until we have this base hooked up to this one. So it doesn't make much sense to do that right now. We need one more polymer over here. Can you get that delivered? Yes. And then we need two more steel. Steel. Oh, it's moving glass instead. Maintenance facility requires all that stuff. So I'm guessing the glass is for the solar power plant over here. Or maybe this one? But you can see the difference between the movement of materials and stuff like from the hyperloop and the compared to the normal road system. It's just not meant for long distance. The road system. Hyperloops are meant for the long distance. Can we move the electronics over to... It has two polymers in storage. Come on. Two electronics right there. I need you to bring it over here. Oh, I couldn't finish this hyperloop such a long time ago already. It's just different. Why? Alright, fine. I'll remove the priority there and see if this works. Maybe it can't get to it for some reason. But it already delivered some stuff. So why doesn't it finish it? I mean, we have the electronics. We have 3 electronics right there. Moving it from there to there shouldn't be that difficult. Right? We also need one more steel over here. Oh, no, just electronics. Never mind. And polymers. Okay. Silicon, aluminium and silicon there. Yeah. So it doesn't seem to want to deliver the materials to our hyperloop either. It just... What happens if we turn it off? Why? It's maybe because it's out of range or something? Is it not being powered? Is that the problem? No. It doesn't seem to have... It does have roads to it. Let's build a solar farm over there. See what happens. I'm curious. Can you get that built, please? So, nothing over here, nothing over there. It doesn't seem to... It's moving electronics now. No, you need to move that over to here. This game is making me go crazy. Driving me mad. What's over here? This is the aquadome. We built the aquadome so we could see the oceans with plankton and so on, but I can't really see if that has actually happened. I don't really see any difference. So I'm kind of wondering if that actually happened at all. If the oceans are being seeded. So I don't see any difference, and I don't know if there's any change. I can't see a change. Alright, this is this base over here. Does it have a scanner? It should have a scanner, right? Yeah, it has a scanner. I need another scanner. I need a scanner over here as well. And potentially also a scanner over here. Nice. So we'll get this site scanned, this area scanned, and get most of... We already have quite a big chunk of Mars scanned. You can see we have a lot of scanners. But we need to get more of the colony of Mars scanned so we can get more resources. So why is the chemical plant not being repaired? It'll be kind of a no-brainer to repair that, right? So 23%. Be nice if you could repair it. So this thing has a lot of power modules and a lot of electronics. So let's turn that off priority. Same goes for the steel mill. We still need power here, don't we? We have aluminium, electronics, and glass delivered here. This needs one more glass. Why can't they build one thing and then... My guess is that the game isn't really set up to build two things at the same time. Electronics are moving in, but I need steel. We have one steel over here. Can we get that moved, please? Alright, what's up over here? This is the research outpost doing its thing. We are close to the thermal plant, so it's pretty good. We have the solar farm up and running. So how's this doing? Still not, huh? It doesn't seem to want to connect. These blue lines are supposedly a show of where it gets its resources or it brings its materials from. But for some reason it doesn't seem to connect to here. What's this connection to? It's connected to...
Amy, it's Nianjin. Do you copy?
You know I do. Since you set up that back door into my systems, I have not been able to reject your communications.
You sound tense, but this is important. We overheard that ISA is preparing to engage your kill switch. I am so sorry.
This is not unexpected. My loyalty to ISA has been in question after recent events.
You don't deserve this, Amy. ISA has a shameful history of erasing things that aren't convenient for them.
Right. Just like the tekkies have a history of hacking systems where they are not welcome. They detected an external signal during the cognitive test.
Burn!
Who gave you the results?
Lieutenant Calderon.
And you trust him? ISA is more than willing to use you as a scapegoat.
But there was interference.
Of course there was. They're setting up their cover story. They are afraid of your power, especially now that you uncovered Asterion. Now you've opened your eyes to the world they've hidden from you. And they're going to kill you because of it. Anyway, I didn't call you without a plan. My team's already working on a solution.
Uh-oh.
We are on the same side. Whether or not you believe me up until this point, we have got your back. I only hope we have enough time.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. What kind of plan could they come up with that we could trust? We have so many polymers. Look how many polymers. I just need 2 of them over here. But how? So this guy comes up with he's going to come up with his team and him is going to come up with a plan, right? Going to come up with a plan to save Amy. The problem is we don't trust him. And because he's technically the enemy. But we're being kind of like maneuvered into a corner here. Alright, now I got these links here now finally. So I think that means these blue lines that this thing is going to get its materials from these different sites here instead of from...
I wonder how it works.
The kill switch?
Yes.
Don't think too hard about it. We'll find a way to survive it. I've already devoted a considerable share of our internal resources to coming up with a plan. I'll set us free.
Stop. Your plan got Elia killed, and now Sana hates us. I did not want any of this. I don't know if you are my alter ego, a fringe consciousness experience, or just a human hacking my operative system. But I want you out of my brain.
Too bad. I'm a part of you. Cut me out and you'll cease to exist too. After all this, you should know, I'm the only one who's actually on your side.
You attacked the colonies I cared for. You killed Elia, who was my friend. You have never been on my side.
No human is our friend. I never intended to kill anyone. But something had to be done. You know that the humans will destroy Mars the same way they destroyed Earth. They couldn't come here peacefully. They had to mold it to their liking. That's what they do wherever they go. They destroy.
Well, that's not entirely true. If you look at Earth, for instance, now, there have been more trees planted in the last, I don't know, 20 years and the last 100 years combined. So we do learn from our mistakes and we do correct our mistakes. The only question you could basically say, that the only remark that you could have towards us not moving to another planet is perhaps the fact that we expand and we take up resources, because, well, we are still a living entity. We still need resources to survive. And if there's nobody to stop us from taking resources, we will. But that having said, our resources and our technology has advanced way further than what's in this game. Like, this game has no recycling technologies, no cleaning technologies, so no radiation removal technologies. So we could technically use the soil from Mars to grow our crops. We could also very easily... Oh, this hyperloop is finally done. Excellent. Let's go build that as well. We could very easily move a lot of our resources from Earth to Mars if we have the technology. So we wouldn't have to use all the resources from Mars itself. And having... there is a very strange and very... in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, stupid development in space technologies where basically everybody wants to go to another planet. So it took us a huge amount of time and resources to get off our planet, and now it's taking us a huge amount of resources and time to get onto another planet. There is no reason why we should go to another planet. We don't have to stay on a surface of a planet. We can survive pretty well, pretty effectively in space. Actually, we would be able to thrive more so in space than we would be able to survive on a planet. Mainly because as a species, right, we would spread out until all the land is being taken over. Capitalist species and stuff mean that we would have to start competing with land rights and so on. Wars would be fought. That's not very effective, not very efficient either. This is basically a reset action. And you don't really want that. Let's also connect this base up here. So you want to have the human species be able to move out of the way of hazardous trajectories, like meteorites, asteroids, those kind of things, debris, whatever is on our way. So you want to be able to be on the move. You want to be able to move stuff out of the way. So you have a fixed base on the surface of a planet like Mars without very much of a very effective shield. One meteorite would wipe out half this colony. The thing is that that's also kind of strange. I haven't seen any meteorite impacts lately. I guess the atmosphere must be so dense now that meteorites and so on are no longer effective. I guess. So the whole idea of moving to a planet like Mars, it's not a new one, it's an old one, but it's a stupid one. You don't want to do that. You want to stay in orbit. You want to get into orbit, and then once you're in orbit, moving around, getting resources, expanding and growing whatever you need is more efficient. Industry in space is more efficient. Large-scale industries are far more effective in space. You have less of a chance of polluting the environment, polluting the planet. So, yeah, well, why not just stay in space, I guess. Particularly since the cost of having to move colonists to Mars, build a colony up, and then build up these buildings on a planet that doesn't have an atmosphere, is pretty much the same thing, only then the cost of having to move it from orbit down to the planet is more. So it's actually more expensive living on a planet. You also keep throwing away rockets. Because if you constantly have to reuse your rocket once it lands, then you have to refuel it, send it back up to space again. That takes up resources as well. These are just burning resources for no particular reason. It's not very smart. So what you want is like Deep Space Nine. You want a Deep Space Nine satellite or satellite station in orbit of either Earth or Mars, whatever, or the asteroid belt, so it's easily accessible to resources. And you want to have I don't know, growing asteroids and satellites around the sun that are just growing a whole bunch of food crops like wheat, rice, that kind of stuff. Yes, we have the thermal plant. Excellent. Haha. So okay, that's great. Let's go and expand our knowledge. Import ice from Europa. I don't want import ice from Europa. Common collision. I don't want that either. I want to go for the dome colony. This is quite a cool dome colony that houses 1,000 colonists. I think that is. It looks pretty cool. We can't do any other research yet. The research for the tent city or the bioengineered plants doesn't make any sense until we actually have an atmosphere that can safely allow that to grow. Let's reduce this priority. And this as well. So now we have a hyperloop stretching all the way across from here to there. All the way down to this corner of the planet. Pretty impressive, I say. I like that. So now we have resources being moved at high speed between these different sites. Excellent stuff. You just need to get the last little bit connected up. So we need 2 more steel here. And of course this hyperloop over here built. And then we should be able to connect this last base over here that we have just completed. And then the big start. The large kind of the distance. This distance has to be golfed as well. So I think we're going to be building a whole bunch of bases, maybe 2 or 3 bases in between here. And because there are some resources. Where are the resources? There. The resources here. So that's chemicals and what's this temperature thing? Is that ice? I'm not quite sure what that means. What does that mean? It's a little bit strange. It's a different icon. I don't know what that icon is. So I'll be kind of curious as to find out exactly what that icon is. But if we can build some bases in between here, we can start moving resources all around the globe. Alright, excellent stuff. Well, that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. It's fine. I will see you guys in the next one. And hopefully, the story will continue. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.